Hey, what's going on, guys? DJ Hez here, collectivekicks.com. Wanted to bring you guys a video of my first impressions of the Nike KD9, or the Air Zoom KD9, if you will. But basically, this is the new version of the KD model, and I'm really excited to see what this finally looks like. And I have to say, I think it looks pretty dope. I think this one is like well received comparison to the KD8, and I think Leo Chang did a killer job on this model. I think that he probably has a little bit more leeway for the fact that they are using Flyknit now, and it seems like they're dumping more money into the technology and upgrades of the shoe. And it kind of seems like when he started doing the KD models, it was kind of the entry-level Nike basketball shoe that was like, $95 for the KD4. And because of that, he was probably limited with the materials he was using. Now he's able to use Flyknit instead of even the flyweave on the KD8. So Flyknit, and then you have this crazy reimagined like air unit that we'll get into in a little bit. So Leo Chang definitely did wonders on this shoe. I do think that the overall upper does kind of resemble the Damian Lillard 2s, but at the same time, obviously, if you look past that, it just looks like a crazy design of a shoe. And I love the fact that they did this sort of look on the Flyknit. So again, so these have a Flyknit upper. It says that these are engineered specifically with a pattern that has a distinct honeycomb structure, precisely knit for multi-dimensional movement of the basketball player Kevin Durant and his lateral quickness. I think that's a mouthful of stuff to say that has a kind of a cool honeycomb shape. But I do like that it has kind of different colors. I'm curious what the options are going to be for the upper on Nike ID with the Flyknit. They seem to be a lot more limited when you have Nike ID on these type of uppers, which is a big downer for myself as somebody that loves to design the Nike ID shoes for these. But at the same time, I think that it'll be interesting to give it a try. As you can see from the design here, it says there's some stretch material or whatever on the tongue for the booty, and then there's a Flyknit containment on the upper, and then now it has full-length Zoom Air for maximum responsiveness, flexibility, and a smooth transition. And then you can see there's a little bit of special information here. So I'll go ahead and get into that for the Zoom. So a little bit about the Air unit. It says it's a visible, tapered Zoom Air unit, runs from heel to toe, marks the evolved airbag's debut in basketball. Developed over 3 years of advanced wear testing, the new Zoom Air unit, filled with fibers that compress upon each step, then spring back for an unmatched response. And then it goes into a little bit more thickness and stuff for the millimeters of blah, blah, blah. But if you guys want to see more about this, check collectivekicks.com for more information on the shoe. I think that this is also just one of those things where it's been a steady evolution for the KD line. Obviously, last year, again, we had the Flyweave. This year, we have Flyknit. Last year, they had articulated Zoom. This year, it's the full-length Zoom Air unit that's kind of a little bit different than last year's. And I know a lot of people probably think it's exactly the same thing by looking at it, but I'm assuming that it's actually a little bit more responsive than last year's. I think that was kind of my complaint maybe from last year's, is it looks like it was responsive, but it was really hard materials. And especially from images, you can't really tell the density of the materials. And so when I got my first pair of KD8s, you could definitely feel in hand, it's not like a really like squishy air unit. It's kind of like a hard casing of an air unit with like Zoom fibers or whatever it was in the articulated Zoom. This maybe it's a little bit softer. One can only I don't know. I guess I should have asked Leo Chang when I saw him at the Portland airport. I really feel like I should have talked to him more and got the inside scoop on this stuff. I'm super bummed that I didn't. Anyway, leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think about the new KD model. I think it looks really slick personally. I think that I like the high tongue on it. I like that it's a low cut, and the overall design looks sick to me. Curious about the Nike ID options. Again, Flyknit leaves it a little bit more of a handicap. All the awesomeness is not, it's just a little bit more difficult to design something. But I'm curious about the Air unit or the Zoom unit, and the design options on that for Nike ID as well. Also curious about the price point. My guess is $200. I have no idea, but it will probably be more than last year's because it's using the Flyknit, not the Flyweave. So the first colorways drop on June 20th, and leave a comment. Let me know if you guys are interested in actually picking up a pair or not, or do they pique your interest? Are you waiting for like a different colorway to drop or whatever it might be? But I'm definitely excited to see what these things look like in hand, and I'm happy that Leo Chang's given more wiggle room to be able to design something dope and hopefully have more of a budget on his end where he's able to use a little bit more expensive materials, as we can kind of see already. But that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys for some more videos soon. Peace, guys.